Well, let's go back to the studio, and as well as my thoughts turning to 1987, they've also turned to those poor people who have to try and shove 10-1 into a 2-minute edit for you to watch on the website. Back to the studio.
Thank you very much, Ali. Guys, where do we start? 10-1. I mean, we're looking around the stadium and the 10 doesn't fit on the graphics.
Yeah, it should have been 11. What are we doing?
It's easier to fit. 11
Oh,
easier to fit.
genuinely, it could have been more. It genuinely could have been more. It's just unbelievable. 10 goals. Wow.
That people will say we're overreacting, but I don't care. That was special. I love that.
Yeah.
Like, that was honestly amazing. It was all sat there smiling our heads off, and you know what? That is. I couldn't be happier. My cheeks, I can feel it in my cheeks.
I'm buzzing.
The celebration for the 10 put in the studio. It's like the Aguero moment yet again.
was,
We're all just
yeah,
jumping
it was,
around
yeah.
going, we want 10.
But you know what?
Amazing.
And Exeter got their moment as well.
I did. Very good goal.
The best goal of the day.
Arguably the best goal, and their fans, they're going to go home. Yeah, they've conceded 10, but they've seen their team
Great
score
value
yet
for
again.
money.
That
Great
line,
value for
yeah,
money.
but they conceded 10. I mean, there's small mercies
Very
there,
true.
really, let's be honest.
Very
yeah.
true, very true.
Right, we'll start with players. Antoine Semenyo on his debut.
It's overshadowed.
I mean,
by 10
unbelievable.
goals.
Yeah.
Player of the match, a goal and an assist. Now, I mean, we've already discussed this, but the last player to do that for Man City on their debut, Sergio Aguero.
Yeah.
Ooh, so that's some very good company. What did you make of his performance?
I thought he was absolutely brilliant. He showed exactly. I know people say it's only Exeter, of course, a lower league side, but we've got proof of his brilliance in the Premier League already, and now we've got proof of it in a Manchester City shirt too. That quality of that cross for the assist, beautiful whip cross with his inverted commas weaker foot, so much precision on it, and then the power as well. We've got some brilliant wingers at City, but that is a trait we don't tend to see from our incredibly creative wingers. The incredible powerful run, the drive to get to the ball, and then solid past the keeper as well. It's a devastating 10-minute spell from Semenyo. He showed just what an asset he's going to be from either side of the pitch, and his work rate all game was fantastic. Just so deadly with either foot. A goal and assist. A truly memorable debut for many reasons, of course, but incredibly promising start to his time.
We start him Newcastle midweek, do you reckon?
I think so. I don't know who comes out, but I think you have to. Yeah, I mean, listen, if we talked about maybe he came off at half time, had a bit of a quiet half, then yeah, maybe there's the argument that he doesn't. But listen, he's not got a hat trick, but he's done fantastic there. He's done what was asked of him: score, assist, get him in the team.
It was like the perfect window of what we signed him for, what we needed, and it's like, you know what, he's come in, played the game, done exactly what we signed him for, and you think that is just unbelievable. Right, we spent a lot of time, I was going to say this morning, pre-match, talking about the academy boys, and we've got to speak about McInerney because he was, we were all out our seats when he scored that goal because he deserved it. He was absolutely phenomenal. I mean, the finish was lovely, I got a lot of time for that, but the actual performance, regardless of the goal, he was very good work.
He was relentless. He was absolutely relentless. Every time he had the ball, he was looking forward. He wasn't, he could do the safe option on his debut, play it safe, don't give the ball away. But he was taking his man on at every opportunity, and got the goal he deserved. We were saying here, he's done everything right apart from got that goal, and literally, 30 seconds later he scores, and we see him down there hugging his family and stuff in the corner. Just a beautiful moment, wasn't it? Beautiful.
We were saying before the game how Pep was said when he sees academy players in training, he wants them to show them what they've got. Show me the money, he said in the press conference. We saw a lot of money today. We saw an awful lot of quality from those academy players, and what you tend to see in previous years, and it's no disrespect to the young lads, but you tend to see that maybe the intensity drop a little bit when the academy players come on. You're 4-0 up and they start to make substitutions and the first team players dip. There was more relentless energy from the academy players came on. The intensity and the drive to score goals. If anything, it got more and more evident. There was no drop off at all in quality, and the hunger from these young players when they came on the pitch. Of course, McAidoo started the game, but they were just so determined to add more goals and make their impact in front of this 50,000 odd fans there today. And McAidoo was absolutely excellent. So much positivity and so much determination to make things happen. A couple of pre-assists as well, passed before the goal, and then of course his goal as well. And that moment, we were sat right above watching him run to his family in the corner. That's just beautiful stuff. 17 years old, he's just a baby still in football terms, and massive night for him.
I think a lot of times when the academy players come in, it's almost like you don't want to do anything wrong. So you maybe don't do what you do on a day-to-day. You think, right, just a couple of simple passes, don't upset anyone, let's get it right. But today it was like, look, I'm going to show you why I've been called up. This is what I do day in, day out. 50,000 people are going to see that now.
Yeah.
We saw it McInerney as well, like
Yes.
doing a little turn in the area, doing a little drag back as well. We saw McAssie getting an assist. We saw Rico, a former academy player, as a captain, bagging a couple of goals, showing what it means for these lads to step up. They were all so positive, and so determined just to send a message to Pep. He was sat in the stands watching today. He got the same view we did. He was only sat around the corner from us, and like that must have been. It must have been, some day for them on the pitch.
Yeah.
Rico Lewis, captain, academy boy, 2 goals. It's a good day at the office for him, isn't it?
If you said to me before this game, Rico Lewis is going to score the 10th goal wearing the armband, I would have laughed at you in the face. I would have checked the calendar. Is it April Fool's Day or what? Like, honestly, fantastic. And, he's struggled with game time this season, so he's bought his time and everything like that, and he's been patient, and he's had his opportunity tonight, and he's really impressed, and hopefully we see more of him this season.
Yeah, I thought he was great. I thought he played like a leader. It's weird to be that experienced at that age, but when you look around him tonight, there was a lot of players with not even a 10 for the experience. McInerney, even Max Alleyne, Kusanov. These people haven't played anywhere near as much top flight senior football as Rico Lewis, and him wearing that armband today, as a City fan, from only around the corner, he absolutely deserves that. And that, to me, I don't know if he'll wear it again, but he absolutely deserved that tonight. And we saw the Serie A midfielder of the year last year. Reijnder's on the pitch, a quality player, an elite level footballer. Rico should be the captain of heaven, absolutely, and that will mean a lot once again on a night when we talk about academy graduates, when we see the likes of Nico, O'Reilly scoring as well, and McAidoo and so on. Seeing a young lad like Rico Lewis, who's represented City at every single level, captain the side, which means so much to him. That is a massive boost for the CFA, and it does mean a lot to them. So I think it's great for the entire club and him personally.
You mentioned there Nico O'Reilly. Obviously, we saw him a bit further forward, playing centre mid, where I would say he sees himself, where he played for the academy. Got a goal, played very well when he came on. I feel like everyone is like, Pep, don't forget. Like I can play here, I can do this. It's the same with Rico, Nico. I mean, like, for me, it was the perfect performance of all round. We've struggled with goals the last 3 games, and to do that, I mean, people, like you said, people will say Exeter. It doesn't matter. You can only play who's in front of you, and it was just like.
Going into this game, though, I think, with all the injuries we've got, I think Pep probably had quite a lot of problems, like quite a lot of issues that needed solving in terms of possible options, and all them options have performed today. So now Pep he's got way more options going into Newcastle and going into a very crucial part of the season. So hopefully, the names that you've just rolled off will play a huge part in that.
Well, Macclesfield beat the holders Crystal Palace today, and Wrexham beat Nottingham Forest. There's no gimmies in football ever, and to do that is ruthlessly impressive. I think most people beforehand would expect a few goals, but you never expect 10.
No,
you never do. Like at any level, it's incredibly hard to do that because it takes
10 on target.
Brutality and a relentlessness to do it. Yeah, that City were utterly deserved of that today. They really did. They wanted it. They wanted that 10 goals, and that's why they got it.
I think it can't get much more ruthless than that. 10 shots on target, 10 goals scored. Wow. That is unbelievable. It felt like, well, you're talking about the formidables and the treble winners, when players come on and it's relentless. Semenyo had played so well, and we were going, feel for the right back here, because Doku's coming on, and it's like tightening the screw, and I mean, they put him to the sword here. Looking forward, Newcastle, midweek, Carabao Cup semi-final, what are we expecting after that? Is that a big lift?
Yeah, huge. I think that's the biggest lift you could ever get as a football player. Scoring 10 goals in a game, that's unbelievable. So I think we've got to go into it high in confidence. It's going to be difficult. St James's Park, on a night like that, it's going to be the atmosphere, it's going to be, raucous. It's going to be crazy, and they're going to be up for it, the players. So City need to be at their best level to come out on top.
Yeah, that was a palate cleanser of a game, wasn't it, really?
Yeah.
We've had a frustrating three games, with the draws and so on, a lack of goals, and that was a real feel-good game for everyone, Obviously, all the academy players, a debutant scoring. Alleyne, who scored for the academy players? So it was Alleyne, Nico O'Reilly, Rico Lewis, McAidoo as well, and of course Semenyo scored on his debut. It was just felt good. It felt nice, and it restores some of that feeling that we had before 2026 arrived on the scene and crushed our spirits a little bit. So that was needed, I think, around the entire ground.
We've had 8 academy players make their first team debut this season, which is unbelievable. But talking about Newcastle, they are currently in extra time against Bournemouth, and they're drawing 2-2 currently. I mean, they're playing at home, okay, you'll be able to get home after quickly, but just the extra football is not what you need before a semi-final against this team. When they come out and say City won 10-1, it's going to be like, Wednesday could be a long day for them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you never really want to play City anyway, any day. But
Tuesday, sorry.
Yeah, but in general, like Tuesday, it's soon. It's soon. They won't get much of a rest. I think Livramento went off injured as well, which is one of their key players. So they won't be in great shape ahead of this. Of course, they won it last season, didn't they? So Newcastle, so they're obviously going to be absolutely up for this and trying to defend their title. But this is City will, Newcastle aren't on the ropes as such, but they'll be tired and will have renewed spirits, so to speak. So I can't wait for it.
And crucially, some of our big names got a real break in that second half. We saw Rodri come off, Haaland come off, and that is massive.
Didn't get on the pitch,
Foden as well. He didn't even come on the pitch, so that is massive. So going to have a lot of fresh legs going into that game. So that's massive.
Does this game, do you think, pose a few headaches for Pep selection-wise? Because for me, looking at McAidoo, is like, surely he's got to start. Like he played it unbelievable. I mean, it's hard, like you said. I think you're shaking your heads. We've just obviously signed Semenyo. Doku played less minutes. But for me, why not?
He's now an option. I'd say he's now an option. I think before tonight he maybe not. He wasn't an option. But I would expect to see the likes of Bernardo Silva coming into that game. Calmer, senior heads. But yeah, he's an option now. Like I say, like Pep going into this game didn't have as many options as he does now, and McAidoo, he could get some serious minutes this season.
I don't think McAidoo will be a headache. I think he's paracetamol, man. I think he's making you feel better. Like honestly, the headaches when you've got no players to play. And right now, some of those players showed that they have the character to play, and you can trust them. They might not have McAidoo as good as he is. He's 17 years old. He obviously isn't Shirky on the right, or even Doku or Semenyo yet. But if you put him on the pitch, he's just shown you he'll keep the ball. He'll be incisive. He'll give it a go. And that, as a manager, when you've got several senior players unavailable and injured, that must be refreshing to see. Actually, that these lads aren't going to wilt under the lights. They aren't going to be overawed by the occasion. They will step up in front of people and show their true self. And I think Pep will be delighted, actually. I think he'll be like, oh, actually, my squad might have just got deeper. And I reckon as a manager, that is what you want to see, don't you?
Especially after a difficult week. I mean, 3 draws on the bounce and then to come to this is just... I mean, like you said, it's a paracetamol, it's a tonic. It's just what we needed as fans.
Or ibuprofen, depending on your choice. I don't know.
As fans, as people from the squad, I mean, this is, it doesn't get better than this. I'm absolutely buzzing. Right, guys, thank you both so much. I mean, can we do this?
What a debut, eh?
Yeah, we love a debut over here.
Semenyo making our debut on the same day. I'm not complaining.
No goals or assists, it's not quite Aguero Semenyo, but very solid nonetheless.
Thank you.
Right, 22 days until Manchester City women take on Chelsea right here at the Etihad in the WSL, presented by Revolut. Our top of the table clash against the WSL champions. Discover the matchday experience like never before. Tickets are on sale from £15 for adults and £5 for kids. Search Man City Women for tickets. And thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time.
2 teams separated by the tightest of margins.